What do I do? What do I do with my hands?
Yeah, I know.
Sunscreen.
Stand there like this.
We do racing, we do time attack, we do drifting, but what we're really trying to do is bring people together.
I got a genuine compliment on the intestines hoodie too.
Yeah?
Yeah, I heard it happened.
Back in California for a third go-round, technically.
I think it was a good event so far. We're
Yeah, I'm having a good weekend.
2/3 through or whatever now.
Yeah, so I think the intention of this weekend was to come back a little bit bigger, right? So we run 2-day, 3-day track events, all over our home region and regions adjacent to us. But we've never done 2 days here in California. So we wanted to come in, do an event that was kind of structured in a more traditional format for us, do competition, time attack at the very least, across the weekend, and then, utilize the advantage of the multiple surfaces here, and have our drift community out as well.
The drift community here is growing for us a lot.
Yes,
it's a great day so far today.
Great day so far. We did streets yesterday, which seems to be the track with gravity for the local community.
Yeah.
And then Big Willow today, which we think is the coolest of the two, I think.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
I love this track. Real good historic vibes. Like the worst part about today is like getting greasy with suntan lotion.
Yeah.
Like I love this track. It's so good.
Yeah, energy's been good, vibes have been high, and I think we've seen a lot of different drivers from different groups that might not be cross-pollinating, with other orgs. So I think that's good. That's the goal, is to come in and be
build community.
Yeah.
To bring people together for a good chill weekend on track. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, and kind of be the conduit between the rest of the California track community, and just get to know how they work out here and meet new people and all that.
We've sort of, with our competition stuff and time attack, also built some of the rule sets to catch cars that don't have a home, and so we're seeing real good take on our Club TR class here, which is sort of like the track rat. It's TR.
Yep.
A class for cars that don't traditionally fit into normal time attack classing. Our rules are kind of built to bring a bunch of different groups together too. Like the rule sets are designed that way, so it's glad that it's working out here. We had a ton of cars this weekend so far.
I think this is intentionally kind of the seed for the future out here on the West Coast. And I know we've been saying that in a lot of different capacities for a few years about we're coming, we're thinking about it, we're doing this, but it's never our intention to come in and kind of kick the door down and bring something that might not work within a community that already exists. You got to kind of do it over time. So I think this is the first step of kind of the next steps of that. And when we talk about classes like GLTC and things that require maybe a little bit more specific effort for our series uniquely, you really need to come in with multiple events to expect people to kind of build towards it.
Yeah, build and
build
modify
for
their
it.
cars for it. But in the Midwest, we had 10 years of HPDE groups that we ran, and with our Honda Meet event, which you've been to a few times. And we had that community built, so it was easy to build festival and Autobahn events. I mean, it wasn't
easy,
but it happened,
Right, yeah. So
that's sort of what we have to do in the East and West Coast.
Yeah, it kind of had that organic, growth out of it, and that's what we want to do out here, right? Is build friendships, build community, and kind of stack that on with advocacy that's genuine and authentic over time. So, I think, as far as specifics about what the future might bode, we're definitely already talking about this event next year, so that's an easy thing to refine, improve on, and we think the timing is good based off of the other things that we're doing. And I think the thing that we've kind of proven and felt, over time is that just being able to have all the right ingredients is what you need, not necessarily the prestige of the facility, or the gravity or the bucket listness of the track. Gingerman, our biggest festival, right, is not necessarily a bucket list track. We build that gravity. So I think with all the different surfaces here, This facility certainly has the right ingredients.
It's a little bit of a hike from major metropolitan,
Yeah.
and there's
Yeah.
not that much infrastructure, but you could do a large event here. I mean,
Right.
in the 60s and 70s, they had giant events here. Everybody
Right.
like camped in the back of their Buick, but
Right.
yeah, you
So-
can do big things here. There's a lot of space.
We feel like one flagship event amongst four, 3 or 4 others, is what like kind of makes the final vision, right? So like one of the rounds of like what would be like a West Coast series would be that festival event, and maybe that's a runoff styles final. Maybe it leads the season. But I think that we've got a bit more exploring. And some more like kind of friendships to build with the different tracks around here to kind of understand what we think might work best, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it's a Thunder Hill, maybe it's a Laguna, maybe it's an Auto Club.
We've had talks with basically all those tracks too.
Yeah, in some capacity.
The hardest part is dates and time of year and all that. But
Yep.
it's,
Yeah.
The longer you go, the easier it is to figure that stuff out. You got to make a lot of friends to have an event like that, and we're getting there here.